chills. My druidic code is shield. Souls treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.
An NFC East battle right off the bat. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, an important season is about to begin for Eli Manning. His Giants get a tough test right out of the gate as they take on the defending NFC East champs, the Dallas Cowboys. I'll be back at halftime with a look around the early games. But let's get you over to Big D. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. So happy to be with you, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. 38-year-old Eli Manning heading out to lead the Giants. Look at the numbers, show how good Eli has been over the years. 7th all-time in passing yards, 8th in touchdowns, 7 4,000-yard seasons, including last year. And he's looking to make one last run before the sun sets on his Hall of Fame career. On first down, Manning gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. And the offensive starters for the New York Giants.
And everyone's going to be watching running back Saquon Barkley, the rookie sensation in 2018. He will draw all the attention now on offense with Odell Beckham Jr. now in Cleveland.
Manning now to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
We ain't giving up nothing today. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
A quick throw here out to Cobb. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 2-yard line.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3. big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3-and-out on their opening drive. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. This to Jarwin. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
31
1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Prescott's pass intended for Jason Witten. Incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3-and-out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. To throw is Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Eli Manning, what a fixture he has been for the Giants organization, making his 15th opening day start in this game, going all the way back to 2005. Of course, the question, will this be his last opening day start for the 38-year-old quarterback? The Giants drafting Daniel Jones out of Duke, 6th overall in the 2019 draft. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. And now the defense for Dallas.
And there's linebacker Leighton Vander Esch, who was so impressive as a rookie in 2018. Many thought Dallas should have opted to pick a wide receiver at that spot. Turns out they made the absolute correct choice. A 2018 Pro Bowler who's only going to get better.
It's just me and you.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Manning, that's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Manning going to come up on 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. A run by Barkley going to go backwards as he's going to lose right around 3 yards here. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. To throw, it's Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Draw play, Elliott. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. Started the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. This is caught by Hearns. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Manning to throw. On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
1st down, Giants.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
The tackle made by Jalen Smith. 2 yards on the pickup.
Manning to Barkley on the draw play. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. That's complete to Gallman. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. On 2nd down, Elliott. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Always a lot of great storylines when the Giants and Cowboys get together. And, of course, one everybody was buzzing about, the great young running back Zeke and Saquon, who finished 1-2 in the NFL in rushing last year. And down on the field before the game, you see those guys talking. You realize how big they are. Zeke at 228 pounds, Saquon 233 pounds. A bright future in the backfield for both of these franchises. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. On 2nd down, Prescott again. He's got a 1st down past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Elliott. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott, that's complete to Cobb. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Prescott on first down. That one complete to Elliott. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On second down, it's Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
On the draw, this is Barkley. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. On 3rd down, Manning. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Spinning away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Amari Cooper. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing is Manning. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
Holding offense.
Nate Solder, the left tackle. He's the culprit. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Manning going to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Throwing, Prescott. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Final play of the half, Prescott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott now. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Elliott. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier. He's brought down by He's a gain of 3.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Manning now on 1st down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First down, New York.
Check 55 to Mike.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 31, Manning. This is Shepard on the catch. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Now Saquon Barkley. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Manning. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Manning's pass complete to Golden Tate. Touchdown, Giants.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 13-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own
A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. From the 36, Prescott.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Complete to Jason Witten. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Elliott, and an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Pollard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Prescott's pass intended for Jason Witten.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Manning turns and gives this to Gallman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the run, it's Barkley. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
The tackle made by Jalen Smith.
That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. From the 36, Manning. And he whips that one incomplete there. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he gets going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Run for Pollard, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Mark that one against one of the top left tackles in the league, Tyron Smith. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Prescott finding Witten, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. First down, Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he'll get it down here to the 43. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Prescott yet again. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Prescott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Manning. He completes it to Tate. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Manning now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Manning. Out to the right here to Shepard. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Had some momentum going, driving down the field. That'll set him back 1st and 15.
I mean, that type of play, when you've got to go in your direction, shoot, my man Old Mo is arching an eyebrow at him right now.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Jason Witten. Incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Manning, and that is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with any. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Kareem Martin. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll run with Elliott. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is third down and 12. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. And Tate's got it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Manning. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Manning going to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Manning indeed going for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slimming?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. This is Elliott. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They go to Elliott again. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Tight end right. 4 down.
In his own end zone, it's Manning. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Finding his target, it's Cody Latimer. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now Manning. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run with Barkley. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Cowboys,